Normally film this late. It's about 11 o'clock right now, but I just got home from seeing a Broadway US tour, and it was the Book of Mormon. And I'm not typically religious. I just need to say that right now. I will respect your religion, but be prepared to respect my beliefs, okay? And I absolutely adored the Book of Mormon. I've always been a theater girl, musical, everything. I've never actually been involved in it. I think it'd be really fun to, but I kind of get a little nervous with people watching me. So, I don't think I'll ever really get into it. So, is what it is. But, my dad called earlier, kind of bragging. It's like, hey, don't get mad, but I'm taking your mom and we're going to go see the Book of Mormon. So I'm like, what the heck? So I get on my computer and I look up the tour and everything, what times, when it's in Salt Lake City and everything like that. Sure enough, it's the last 2 days, or today and tomorrow. And that's probably when the video is going to come up. But yeah, it was insane. So I'm like, you know what? Screw it. I am getting tickets. This is probably one of the only times that I'll actually be able to see the Book of Mormon, even if it's just regional, it might as well. But it turns out that it was not just regional. It was the actual US tour where they had people coming off of their shows on Broadway, coming back to it, and then they're going on the tour. And we thought it was just regional, but it turns out that it was the actual cast, and it was so cool to see. We definitely saw the difference between just regional cast. I went and saw Jersey Boys last summer, and that was just regional, and the difference is it's so big. Like, the singing and the dancing was just so much better, and it was so much more in sync. And honestly, the extra $20-$40, in my opinion, is worth it. Tickets were a little pricey, but again, I kind of thought, this is probably the only time I'm going to be able to see it. I might as well see it. I absolutely adored it. I loved it. I've constantly listened to the soundtrack and everything for the Book of Mormon, and yeah, it's very satirical, very comedic, and they brought that out of the songs and put it into the dialogue and the story, and they explain everything. And that's what musicals should do. It shouldn't just be song. It should have a story. They should explain it in between musical numbers and everything, and they do that very well. And it was incredible. I highly recommend going and seeing the Book of Mormon. Either on Broadway, off Broadway. I would prefer Broadway, but that's just, I kind of have standards, I've been to so many high school plays that it kind of scarred me. So my rating on the Book of Mormon would probably be about a 10 out of 10. Like, this is going in with an open mind and everything like that. So, yeah, I will say, if you're religious, it will be a little bit different, but you can probably get that by listening to some of the soundtrack songs before you go and actually see it. For example, there's a song called Hasadiga Ibawai, and I'll just let you guys explore that one. I will say that it really falls a line with like how I think about everything. How I don't believe that there's this divine plan or anything like that. I think that the choices that we make will define our own future, and we don't need somebody to judge us for that. We don't need somebody to basically say, you have to do this and you don't have a choice. I don't believe in that. I believe that we are free to make our own choices. We are free to set our own destiny, so to speak. If there is a divine being, okay, cool, you know, I'll be okay with that. If there isn't, that's fine. If there is something after death, then cool. I don't know what it is. I don't think anybody does. So, you know, I don't mean to go on kind of like a beliefs rant or anything like that, but that's what this Broadway is. It's based on beliefs, and it kind of shows the realism, the human aspect of belief, and it's kind of astonishing to see. But yeah, I highly recommend seeing this if you can. See it in Broadway if possible, but it was amazing. I hope that I'll be able to see other musicals in the future. Yeah, I loved it. So, yeah, that's my review on the Book of Mormon. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment if you're curious, if you have any questions, and I'll try to get back to you. But other than that, yeah, I'm tired. So, I'll probably catch you guys later in another video. So, bye.